Hey boys and girls, in this lesson we're going to go over converting measurements and the steps that you're going to use to solve problems. We're going to start with an example. 33 millimeters equals how many centimeters? And we see that we have a hint that 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. The first thing I want to do is write down my equation if it's not already written. So I'm going to go, I see it's already written up here, but I'm going to write it again down here so I can work with it. 13 millimeters equals how many centimeters? All right, and I first have to determine if I am going from a smaller unit to a larger unit or larger to a smaller. And I can see here I'm starting with millimeters, and so I know that millimeters is a smaller unit compared to centimeters. It's a larger unit. So I have to decide if I'm going to multiply or divide. When I am changing from a smaller unit to a larger unit, I'm going to use division. So I'm going to rewrite my problem as 13 divided by 10. In order to do 13 divided by 10, I can either use a calculator or I can work it out by hand. The 13 goes inside the box, and I'm going to divide it into groups of 10. 10 goes into 13 one time. Multiply, subtract out the 10, and have 3 left over. Since I want my number to work out evenly, I'm going to put a decimal point in my dividend and annex a 0, and then bring it down. I'm going to then divide 10 into 30 and get a 3. Multiply that out, 3 times 10, and get 30. Then I have none left over. I need to consider this decimal point that I have in my number. In this situation, I bring the decimal point straight up and put it into my quotient. So I know that 13 millimeters is equal to 1.3 centimeters. In our next example, we're using U.S. customary measurements, and we are converting feet to inches. The question is, how many feet are in 48 inches? I'm going to first write down my equation. What I do know is I have 48 inches. Now I'm going to convert it to feet. In this situation, I need to determine if I'm going from smaller to larger or larger to smaller. And just like in our first example, we are going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So I'm going to rewrite my equation by writing 48 divided by 12, because there are 12 inches in a foot. Okay, I'm going to need to do some long division. 48 goes in my box, and I'm dividing by 12. 12 goes into 48 4 times. 4 times 12 is 48. So I know that 48 inches is equivalent to 4 feet. In our last example, we're going to convert a larger unit to a smaller unit. So again, I'm going to rewrite my equation. And meters is larger than centimeters. So in this situation, when I'm going from a larger to a smaller, I'm going to multiply. So I rewrite my equation as 49 times however many centimeters are in a meter, which happens to be 100. I know that 49 times 100 is equal to 4900, or 4,900 centimeters. Okay, boys and girls, use these examples for converting in today's assignment, and good luck on that.